Hello everybody, I'm RENZO Mocks, and welcome to another mock review, or RENZO mock review, as I've been calling them a lot lately. Anyhow, so yeah, this is the first review of 2018. I'm really excited to show off this guy, because this was kind of a guy that I was building up in RENZO, kind of. He was briefly shown in episode 3 of RENZO. He was the guy who revived the Stalker, which is his official name. Now it's the Stalker, not Stalker. There's a reason for that, which I'll also get into. But I'm just decided, hey, he's not a really big character. It's fine if I reveal him. So yeah, let's get right into the review, honestly. So the first thing you may notice about him is that he looks like Drovix. Is there any relation? Nope. The characters have nothing to do with each other. They exist in completely different universes. They honestly could be as far from each other as possible. Now, obviously, I've gotten a comment about, somebody said, is this Drovix? I'm like, no, it's not Drovix, it's somebody else completely different, and they were honestly surprised that it wasn't Drovix. So, here's the thing here. I personally have never enjoyed the look of the Mask of Light on, Drovix. So when Kasai put it on him, I was kind of expecting it to be a temporary thing, not something that would be his main face. So I kind of got screwed. The point is, I really wanted this character's face to be this, and overall they just look really similar. They have similar color schemes, that being silver and trans orange, and they have the same face, I guess. Again, not intentional. He was not designed to be based off of Drovix whatsoever. He is just a very standard character. He doesn't have any powers. He's not a god or anything. He just, he's just this very standard character for RENZO. So who is Cryo? Well, Cryo is a scientist, and I can't talk too much about his backstory. So he's not a big character really at all. He's a RENZO villain, but he's not a gigantic character. He's a scientist who works with the GCU and Harmonix, which I can talk about a little bit because Harmonix is one of the biggest weapon companies, weapon dealership in the Spaceverse. So he works with both Harmonix and the GCU. So he's kind of he works two ways. And as you can see, his build is really simple, and he is shorter than RENZO, as I'll show in the comparison. He is just not very tall at all. And that was done intentionally because he was originally built to be the rival of Lennox. So he was originally meant to go up against Lennox and kind of be like his pseudo-rival. Like these guys would basically fight it all out. And that was the original plan, to have both of them essentially murder each other and just be overall be the, pure enemies. They don't like each other whatsoever. They're kind of like this, they just hate each other, and they're destined to fight each other. But I really like him. I really do. He's got a lot of individual things which I like. He's got his piece here, like RENZO. Again, he doesn't really have any relation to RENZO. I guess that would just be a decoration. It just worked really well for him. Truth be told, this was on him before RENZO had it. He's got this chest piece, which actually works really well. And he's got this neck piece, which I don't really like, but it helps kind of. It looks like a coat or a neck or something like that, like some sort of article of clothing or something. Again, he is really short. He really doesn't have that much going for him. He is a lot shorter than RENZO, but that's not why he was built. He was built to be the rival of Lennox, and I'm not sure if they still will be rivals. I highly doubt it. There's his gun. I actually really like that gun. Very standard. And he can't really fight. This is another thing about his character. He's a scientist. He doesn't go out into the field very often. Rarely does he ever go out into the field by himself. He is mainly just kind of a guy who likes to sit in the chair and tell everyone what to do. Also, he's got, so behind this face, it's not a Kanohi mask in the RENZO Spaceverse or whatever. In reality, this is a faceplate. So he's kind of cybernetic, I'd like to imagine. Oh crap. As you can see, his neck is just standard stuff. This is, yeah. So I don't think this is what his face would look like. I think it would be a little bit more organic or something like that. Maybe it probably will end up looking like that, but overall this is just supposed to be like a faceplate because, you know, he's cybernetic. He's got some organics in him, but like Jira, he is more of a cyborg rather than an actual organic life form. Like Renzo's fully organic, and Jira is a cyborg, and this character I see being more of a robot, but not quite, and then Geode's just a full-on robot. And hey, I think this is the first time I've ever actually put Renzo on this camera. As you can see, the blue really looks way brighter than it has any right to be. It's weird. It makes it look like the Gali blue, but I'm not like... It's not. It's... Oh, weird. Now I'm curious to what the Gali blue... It makes everything kind of pop out a little, so this is the one thing I'm a little worried about, is that the colors definitely pop out a lot more in Renzo, because this is the dark blue Surge color, not the azure blue. But now I'm curious to see what that would look like on camera. I do have a mock with that color, so hopefully we get to see that soon. Definitely means higher quality, though. It definitely means higher quality. So this is the size comparison between Renzo, Cryo, and Lennox. And as you can see, Lennox and Cryo are practically the exact same height. I mean, depends how you pose Cryo's head, but looking at them straight on, yeah, they're pretty much built pretty much exactly the same. They have the same amount, like, proportions. They're built to be rivals. So I'm not sure if that's still going to happen in Renzo. I highly doubt it, but if I do go in that direction, then, I mean, they're perfect sizes for it. And obviously Renzo is way taller compared to any of them, which is funny. Renzo's like a 20-year-old guy, so... Actually, he's 19. Yeah, I always forget how old he is, honestly. I think he's 19. But yeah, just wanted to show this little size comparison. So, looking at him, sorry, my leg was on my tripod. So looking at him, I really, really like this guy. I really enjoy overall. I really like the look of him. And obviously, I'm putting him in a lot of menacing poses, but realistically, this guy really can't do that much damage. He's a scientist. He's not built for combat. He's got a gun, sure. But, I mean, any reasonable person in the universe has a gun because it's an insane universe with alien monsters and just criminals and all a bunch of crazy crap going down. So overall, I actually really like this mock. He's one of my favorites. I also forgot to mention he's slightly based off William Furno's character Xenix, I believe his name is. He's the character with the silver and trans orange. And basically that really inspired me because I personally like his builds a lot. Some of them are a little derpy, but I mean, I like a lot of his builds because I like simple builds. As long as you can do something creative with the builds, I think that's what counts. And so I made Cryo. And Cryo's kind of really heavily based off of him. Like I said, really no inspiration from Drovix at all. I mean, obviously not. He's supposed to be a smaller character. The mask was something that I had that just looked really well and worked well for the look of this dude. And everything else, I don't know, just worked out well. What do you guys think? If you guys like him, if you guys don't like him, let me know. Also, I'd like to mention, he does not have any black bones except for his body. Everything on him is gray bone, which I just wanted to mention because I personally think that's really cool. I wish I had the body piece. That would have worked a lot better, but I'm pretty sure he's on another mock right now. So yeah, this was the dude that you guys saw in episode 3 of Renzo who revived the Stalker, and he obviously had he had a different voice. I was the one voicing him, although I will not be the one voicing him. If you guys follow my Instagram, you know that I basically revealed that Thatch would be voicing him. And I don't think that's going to be the case anymore. His character is quite a lot different than I initially planned him to be, and thus he is just a completely different character. So, I think I'm debating on voices. I have no idea who to go with. I've asked a couple people. I'm going to see what their responses are, and hopefully we can get a voice down for this guy. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the first mock review of 2018. I'm Renzo Mox, and goodbye.